Mike Tyson is back at it again. He done blew $600 million? Oh my God. Hey, what's up, Guwap family? It's your boy, Guwap Don. I'm back at y'all with another reaction. Hey, I need y'all to go ahead and like this video. Give me 5 likes on this video. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button. I go ahead and I post every day. If you don't want to subscribe, that's fine. Just watch the video and vibe out. But hey, we got Mike Tyson spending $600 million. That is crazy to me. I don't know how somebody in a lifetime can blow through that much money, but let's go ahead and get into it.
Over the course of 6 years, Mike Tyson celebrated his 36th birthday with a bank account reading 0. So how did Mike Tyson go bankrupt? Well, Tyson made it clear that a financial education wasn't a part of his childhood.
From a broke background, I never really learned the art of handling money as a kid.
Which became a problem as he began to earn millions whilst he was still a teenager. After becoming champion at the age of only 20, Mike Tyson began to average $7.5 million per fight. And this didn't even include his other sources of income. He was paid over $50 million in casino deals, $3.5 million for a WrestleMania guest appearance, while Mike Tyson's Punch-Out sold 2 million copies during its very first year. By 1990, Mike Tyson was credited as the highest paid athlete in the world with an estimated 28.
I want y'all to think about this. He made like, what, I think they just said like 3.2 million just off a video game of copies sold. And then on the appearance of WWE, he made money off of that. He was making $7.5 million a fight. And y'all got to realize things back in his time was way more cheaper than it is right now. And so for him to blow through that type of money is crazy.
Million in income this year, although all of this changed when he was sent to prison only 2 years later. Between 1992 and his release in 1995, Mike Tyson was unable to earn a single dollar, although as summarized by this CBS article, he wasn't exactly struggling when he finally walked free. Most Indiana prisoners are given $75 in spending money to ease their transition back into society. Tyson needed no such help. The former heavyweight champion had 2 checks, each made out to him for $10 million. In the next few weeks, Tyson will get another $12 million for the rights to future fights and television. A few months later, he earned the most money ever given to a boxer, $25 million, to fight a stiff man, Peter McNeely. Over the next 2 years, Tyson earned a further $140 million from 5 different fights, making him feel invincible.
I want y'all to look at that. No, hold on. We gotta go back. Look at this. I don't know how much this is right here, a rubber bands, but I believe these all $100 bills. Y'all do the math. Yeah. That man was balling. He was balling all out of control.
Making him feel invincible.
Money is a false sense of security.
False sense of security. Nothing about it could be a
you feel
real
invincible with money.
Okay.
You feel like you can't even die.
Which, when combined with a bitterness from his time spent in prison, caused Tyson to begin spending everything.
For me being poor, never having anything, for me being bitter, angry for being in prison, it stems from a lot of things.
Firstly, there were the cars. According to CBS, Tyson reportedly bought 110 cars either for himself or as gifts, one of which being a $320,000 Bentley Azure, the most expensive production car in the world. Tyson bought it and ordered 4 more. In the space of a few minutes, he had spent more than $1.5 million, while in a different instance, Tyson...
I want y'all to look at this, right? He was balling so hard at the time. Everybody knows you got a high and you got a low. You got a high and you got a low. I had to say that twice so you could really understand. He was balling out of control. He spent he bought 110 cars, whether they was gifts, whatever. He bought 110 cars. Nobody even goes through it. I don't think no more than like 20 cars in a lifetime. I might be a little off, but you get where I'm going with it. But still, nobody goes through that many cars in a lifetime, and he bought 110 of them. And then not only that, as you see, he was buying the top of the line type of cars. He wasn't buying the regular ones. He was buying Bentleys, Rolls Royces, Lambos. He was buying all type of crazy stuff.
At a car dealership just outside New York to buy another car. He bought a Ferrari for $300,000, declining a test drive because he already had one just like it. Nice. On a different day, Tyson was pulled over whilst driving his Rolls Royce without a license, but was able to get out of trouble by giving the car to the cop.
You know, sir,
he gave the car.
You know, you deserve it because you've been doing a lot. Because I didn't want to get arrested. I didn't have license or anything.
He gave the car to the cop. Are we serious? So he ain't want to go to jail, so he just gave the car to the cop. Hey, that's a different kind of balling, yo.
I didn't want
That's
my
a
wife
different
to
kind
get in
of ball.
trouble. I said, why don't you just take it? You know, maybe it was around 230 at the time, and they took it.
This didn't end well for the officer.
He got fired.
He did?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God. Although it did end well for Tyson's friend Ed Lover, who was given a Bentley so he could drive home from a club.
He goes, "Hey, take the car." I'm like, okay. He gives me the Bentley. A month go by, I still have this car. He said,
he ain't never asked
I
for
wanted
it.
you to have that car. He said, I gave you that car.
With so many vehicles, Tyson needed somewhere to store them.
Do y'all see that Jaguar? Hold on, wait. I need y'all to see that.
He said, I gave you that car.
With so many vehicles.
This Jaguar right now, it's only 2 of them on the East Coast. It's only 2 of these Jaguars in the East Coast, and I seen one of them in person. Literally, in person. I stood right by side by it in the charity event, and when we had a car dealership. It's only 2 of these cars on the East Coast, and luckily enough, I was able to see one of them. That is crazy.
Tyson needed somewhere to store them, purchasing mansions in Las Vegas, Ohio, and Maryland. However, these were nothing compared to the house he bought in Connecticut. It featured 21 bedrooms and 35 bathrooms, as well as a full-blown nightclub, a movie theater, a mini casino, a squash court, and a fully spec'd out proper commercial gym. But this was only the inside. Outside, there was a full-size basketball court, a swimming pool with its own grotto, and get this, its own lake house, and fountain on a 17.6 acre block. If the house looks familiar, it's because Tyson eventually sold it to 50 Cent, who called it his biggest financial mistake.
What was the most, like, when you wasted money?
The Tyson crib was like that.
Mainly because of how much the property cost to run.
How much was the upkeep? $200,000 per year.
About $700,000.
Dang!
Tyson expanded on this in a different interview.
Oh my God! $1,000 just to mow the lawn. Right.
Which, when combined with his other houses, meant gardening bills alone mounted to $100,000. Although the gardener was still.
Yeah, nah, y'all can keep that house. I'm good. Y'all can keep that house. I'm good. It costs $25,000 just to mow the lawn of the house. Yeah.
Minor expense compared to the things Tyson bought for these houses. As a gift for his first wife, Robin Givens, Mike spent $2.2 million on a solid gold bathtub, which was followed by their divorce less than a year later, which cost Mike a further
If you get stuck on a melody, or if you just feel like you can't get a song started, Output's co-producer.
Solid
$10
gold
million in legal fees and compensation. Tyson had also dropped $410,000 on a birthday party and $140,000.
No. He spent $410,000 on a birthday party? That's why he bankrupt now.
On 2 white Bengal tigers, which needed their own specialty enclosure, $200,000 a year worth of food, and their own animal trainer, which Mike hired at a cost of $125,000 a year. Mike also had to pay a friend $250,000 in compensation after they were bitten by one of the tigers, although there was another bite that cost Tyson even more. During a match in 1997, Evander Holyfield headbutted Tyson, who in retaliation bit a portion of Holyfield's ear off. Tyson was disqualified and fined $3 million, although it seemed he hadn't learned his lesson, as he then bit Lennox Lewis's leg during a press conference, warranting another $335,000 fine. In the process, Tyson employed over 200 different people, including chefs, chauffeurs, and bodyguards, the most pointless of which being a guy nicknamed Crocodile, whose sole function—
Let's slow it down a little bit. I know he going a little fast, so let's slow it down a little bit. So, he was making over $7.5 million to fight, right? He bought over 110 cars. He bought tigers. He bought houses. The housing upkeep on the house was $700,000 a month, just to keep it up, like upkept and good. Then, let alone from that, you got his lifestyle. So he was blowing a lot of money at the club, stuff like that. He was driving with no license, so he was giving the cars the way that he was buying, so that's money going straight down the drain. Then he had to pay compensation for people that was getting bitten by the tigers or him biting other people, which is crazy, gang. But y'all see where the money going. I just had to slow it down so y'all can see.
dress in fatigues, and repeatedly shout guerrilla warfare at Tyson's news conferences, for which he was paid $300,000 in 1996. In another crazy instance, Tyson walked into a club and offered to pay for everybody's drinks all night.
Mike calls me over again. Ed, come here. I go, what's up, Mike? Tell the DJ I got the bar until the club closed. I said, what are you talking about? I'm buying the bar out. Everybody can have whatever they want.
However, there was one final expense that was higher than any other.
Do you regret anything?
Yeah, and I didn't pay taxes really at the time.
That'll get you.
Man.
It was revealed in 2003 that Tyson owed $13.4 million to the IRS, $117,000 to 5 different states, as well as $4 million to British tax authorities, and things only got worse from here. Turns out most of Mike's luxury purchases were being made on credit, and as a result, he also owed $27 million to various different businesses, including $600,000 to a legal company.
Mike, you had to have known better than this, bro. I know you said financials wasn't really taught in your family and all that, but you had the money to go seek the resources, though, man. You had to have known better than this.
$500,000 to his finance manager, and $800,000 to a former trainer, all of which were stacked on top of a second divorce. Tyson owes money to at least 246 creditors, including the Internal Revenue Service, the Screen Actors Guild, and dozens of doctors, lawyers, and accountants. Tyson owes his ex-wife Monica Turner almost $9 million from their divorce, and he hasn't paid $19.4 million in taxes to the IRS, Great Britain, and 5 states, which was an extra large problem as Tyson was down to his last $1,250 in cash. Tyson, 38, said all of his houses have been sold or seized, and he owns only one car, albeit a white Hummer SUV, newly purchased and apparently not yet paid for. According to bank records, Tyson's...
This is the same guy that was making $7.5 million a fight. That don't include brand endorsements and everything. And he's saying he only has $1,250 to his name. Same guy though. It's not no different guy. Same guy. Same exact guy. I tell you how fast with your dumb purchases
submitted to the US bankruptcy court. Tyson earned $38 during January. His living expenses during that month were more than $407,000. Mike Tyson was completely and utterly screwed. However, he devised a plan to get himself out of trouble. Tyson's reorganization plan is ambitious. He hopes to earn at least $19.5 million from boxing over the next 3 years to help satisfy his creditors, although this isn't what would happen. In fact, he'd lose both of his next 2 professional fights before retiring from boxing and filing for bankruptcy. At the time, he'd state, "My whole life has been a waste. I've been a failure. I just want to escape. I'm really embarrassed with myself and my life. I want to be a missionary. I think I could do that while keeping my dignity without letting people know they chased me out of the country. I want to get this part of my life over as soon as possible. In this country, nothing good is going to come of me. I'm so stigmatized there is no way I can elevate myself. I'll never be happy. I believe I'll die alone. I would want it that way. I've been a loner all my life with my secrets and my pain. I'm really lost, but I'm trying to find myself. I'm a really sad, pathetic..."
That goes to show y'all, man, based on you, everybody want money, right? Everybody want it. But based off your decisions with it, determines if you even happy while you got it, man.
With nothing else to do, Mike spent his days caring for 350 unique pigeons, a collection which prior to bankruptcy, he'd paid $400,000 for. He'd later liken his spending habits to a drug addiction.
It's like the drugs. You might as well say you have it all, but it's still that empty hole that you're trying to fulfill. You spend as much as you can to try to get that satisfaction, fulfill that hole. It just is bottomless.
However, Tyson's life wasn't finished yet. Losing everything had taught Tyson a valuable lesson.
I know the power of humbleness now.
How did you learn that?
I have to lose everything.
With humility acting as a baseline for him to rebuild his life. Tyson took the lessons he'd learnt and transformed them into a book, whilst his life story was also the perfect premise for his own documentary. On top of this, Mike landed a cameo role in both The Hangover 1 and 2, for which he was paid $300,000. Through these various media appearances, Mike was able to rebuy himself a pretty awesome house in Vegas, although he refused to let money dictate his happiness.
Is there anybody that thinks a lot of money is going to make them happy? They never had a lot of money.
Because it don't make you happy.
Yeah, oh no, it's going to make you miserable. You said, well, it can make you hate yourself.
Since then, Mike has launched his own extremely successful podcast called Hotboxing and built a net worth of $10 million.
Congratulations, Mike. Congrats, man. I'm glad you was able to rebuild yourself. I'm sad that it took for you hit a ground zero from $600 million to $1,000 in your bank account to realize that, man. I ain't gonna lie, that's like I would have noticed it after $100 million was gone. After I would have lost $100 million, man, I seen 500, I would have been like, all right, yeah, it's something got to give, man. But hey, make sure y'all go ahead and like this video, subscribe. We on our way to 500 subscribers. I post every day, so you're not gonna miss out on no content. So it ain't gonna hurt you. Tap in with my Instagram and TikTok down there in the description if you want to. If you don't want to, oh well. But I got more videos recorded. I'm out.